Hey everyone, this is Quick Talk, and I've been wanting to talk about one word, and that single word is fate. And I'm not trying to put this as a religious talk. Um, it's not supposed to be something that's about theology either. Maybe a little bit of philosophy, just a little bit, but the word fate has come up in the last few days in school and in general, and I figured I'd put it out to you. Now, it's weird to think that there's something out there that is kind of pushing you or guiding you or getting you to some place and you not being able to control it or stop it or push it into motion. It's like fate is something that's just there and it gets you going and gets you moving, and it's not something you can control. Now, I think that this doesn't mean you have to believe in a religion. I'm Catholic, I'll put that out there, but I don't think that should stop anything from you watching this or your connotation of what you think is fate. And I personally think there's three ways you can look at this. The first being you don't believe in religion, you don't believe in the ideology of fate. And as I put those, I don't want to say that they're both the same thing. Fate and religion shouldn't go together, should be separated. So I think there's a group of people that say fate doesn't exist, and that's completely fine. Then I think there's a group of people who say that there's a little bit of fate out there, and it gives them a little push, and it's just a little bit. It's not everything, and it's not nothing, it's just in between. And I think there's a third group of people who say fate is everywhere, and fate is what gets them from A to B and B to C, and so on and so forth. And the past few days have got me thinking, and I don't believe that fate is everything. I believe fate is nothing. I think it's in between. Because it's weird to think that I got to where I am now without having something else guiding me somewhere and having a purpose. Now, I did mention I'm Catholic, and that shouldn't be mixed between the two. But it's like, I think that something's pushed me to where I am now, because I never thought I would be one making these videos now, because I've been thinking about this for 2 years. For sure, 2 years now. And it's just weird to think that I'm trying to learn how to play a guitar, which is on my right, you can't see it, it's over here, and working on websites and designing websites for people, which is over here, and doing what I do now without having something get me there in some way, because I could honestly be doing anything. And I could honestly pick up anything and say, hey, I'll take this pencil here and I'll write something and become an author, or I'll take this phone and make phones and technology. But no, right now I'm learning to play guitar. I'm going to school for web applications at USF, University of St. Francis. A link down in the below. And it's just weird to think that I am where I am now without having something get me there in some way. Like moving to where I am now in Plainfield from Chicago, also, that's just another thought. It's like, how would I get to where I am now without having something get me here, and then somehow tie me moving here to the things I'm doing now? And that's just a thought. Now, I don't think fate and faith should go together. That's two different things. Because faith, you're looking at something that's religious, versus fate, where you're looking at something that's just a term for something that gets you somewhere by some force, or whether it be natural or not. And I think you could technically say fate and luck come together in some way, because I think fate and luck could be tied together. You look at fate as something that's bound to happen, but sometimes you don't have fate, and that would be not as good. And you have fate could be tied to luck by saying, if you have fate and that's leading to a good thing, that could technically say you have good luck. And if you have something bad happen, you could say that that's bad luck and not good fate. And you could have neither and say nil, and that works too. And that's kind of how I see it. But it's just weird to think that I'm here now talking to an audience of people that I don't know, but I feel like I want to put a message out there because I do believe, and I've said this before, I believe one message can change the world, just one. Because if I send out a message, odds are someone might repeat that message, and you have this big chain, almost like a pyramid scheme type of thing going on, but that sounds wrong. Because I'm not up for your money, not up for any of that. Honestly, I'm not kidding. But yeah, and that's kind of what's on my mind lately is the word fate. Because I've seen it in so many different places, whether it be in English, theology, philosophy, just in general, what's happening in my life, and I just think it's something to talk about and put out there. I don't know what your beliefs are, and that's why I kind of made this open-ended and open-introducted, is that some people don't believe in fate, and that's completely fine. That would kind of lead me to saying that odds are you like having to believe that you have complete control of your life and you lead you to where you want to go and what you want to do. And I think that's kind of awesome. And then you have the people who have a little bit of it and say, I have a little bit of control, but how did I get here and how am I where I'm at now? And it's like, was something maybe guiding me into that position where I am now? And you have the people who say fate's everything, where thanks to fate, I am in my home now, getting ready to do something or go somewhere or date someone, and thanks to fate coming to me and being on my side, I'm ending up somewhere. And that's just 3 ways to look at it. And that's all I have to really say about that. And I think fate is huge, and I think it's important to talk about and kind of figure out what you believe, because you need something to believe in and something to think about, because if you don't, you need, it's kind of sad to think that you have nothing to believe in at all, because it's just how I think about it. Sorry, I'm sounding kind of on myself here, but if you don't have something to believe in, it's like, what's the purpose and where are you going? I believe I'll have a future of success, and I have strong beliefs that I'll be able to do great things. And I think that's big because that gives me confidence for my future and confidence for my now. And one of the things I always believe in is your past is important, that you should bring the best bits of it forward into your now. Your past should shape your now, and your now should shape your future. And I believe that everything is interconnected. You become you because of what you've done and what you're doing, and those 2 things put together determine what's going to be at you next. And that's kind of my thoughts about it. Now, my final thing is, since I've just started doing these shows, podcasts, vlogs, whatever you want to call them, I like to say it's quick talk because I'm making this in under 15 minutes, so it's going to be very quick, very brief. Even though 10 minutes could seem like a long time. I think I'm going to put these out Tuesdays and Thursdays because those are just kind of my free days based on when I'm bowling, when I'm at school, and what other things are going on. And yeah, and that's kind of just how it's going to work. And I think I'm going to do Tuesdays and Thursdays out to you. We'll go from there. Who knows what'll come in the future, but that's okay. I like not knowing what's going to happen next. I like to have a little bit of control and hope for the best, but you never know. And that's all on my mind for this Thursday, February 17th. This is Quick Talk episode 3, and I'll talk to you next Tuesday. Have a great weekend, and I'll give a little shout out to some people. Thanks to Heather for inviting me to the comedian. That was awesome. Thank you to Jenna for helping out with everything and giving me guidance and design things. That's huge. Thanks to St. Francis for giving me an education. And now that's all the personal things, and I could list off other people who have influenced me in some way. But I'll give out shout-outs to vloggers who I've really enjoyed and who have kind of pushed me into what I'm doing now. And that would be Toby Turner. Links will be below, down below. As Philip DeFranco would say, which I enjoy watching. I like watching Freddie W. and Quarter Digital and all these people, and then even like Mr. Guitarman. That's really awesome stuff. And these people have really given me ideas and kind of helped me push me into where I am now. And I think, without them, I probably wouldn't be posting these right now. But that is all on my mind. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. And as I always say, peace.